Hey, Tim Sykes here. I am in Asia. You can hear a little fountain behind me, and I'm just waking up to seeing some great trades. I want to go over them and explain my thought process. First, I got to mention we have just a little over a dozen seats left to my conference. It is roughly a month from now, September 10th through 12th. It's going to be awesome. We have several millionaire students and several other millionaire traders there. So you just have to go to traderandinvestorsummit.com if you want to register. I've been MIA lately, so I think that the early bird pricing is still in effect. I need to actually probably talk with my team about that. Also, traderchecklist.com. If you go to traderchecklist.com, we will be giving this DVD away for free. I think it's too important for you guys to have my kind of new numerical grading of stocks. No longer, once we get this DVD out and everyone understands it, no longer will you just see buy or sell or short alerts. There's going to be like a grading system. Like, okay, this stock is a 72 out of 100. This stock is a 90 out of 100. And hopefully you'll understand my reasoning behind the different ratings. And that's why we're giving this away for free. You have to go to traderchecklist.com, enter your name and email, and you will be notified when we have all the video ready. It'll be in the next few days, but you need to register at traderchecklist.com if you want it. But now I want to go over this watch list because a lot of you guys aren't reading it. You need to read my watch list every single day. I'm sorry that there's a little reading involved here. I know you just want hot picks, but you need preparation. I mentioned I'm changing the way I teach. I'm going to be giving less alerts. The alerts that I'm going to be giving are on stocks that I'm going to be holding for a few hours, maybe even a few days. They're slower moving stocks because a lot of you guys are just getting the wrong education and the wrong impression when a stock moves so quickly. So on the stocks that are moving so quickly, I'm going to be doing live video lessons. The video isn't really great here where I am in Asia, but I'll be back in a few days. So, you know, you can basically say the end of August, I'll start doing pretty much live videos for subscribers, every day, maybe every other day. I don't know, whenever there's a fast-moving play. But right now I want to talk about this. These are my key patterns right now. Earnings winners. And I said Ren is an earnings winner. I said I would be very careful. And by the way, this is time-stamped in case you think that I'm like changing my commentary, or flip-flopping. I said this last night before the stock market even opened today. I said I'd be very careful if I were a short trying to predict its top. Earnings winners are very tricky to short, which is why I just play it safe and don't short them at all. I know many students like shorting whatever's hot, and most of the time it works, but be extra careful on plays like this. It wouldn't surprise me if it just keeps going a few more days and it's a crowded short. And that's exactly what happened. Shorts were all excited early in the morning when it was slightly red on the day. It didn't last. You have to be so careful shorting earnings winners. I know that you've been brainwashed by CNBC to think that, a company to report good earnings. Look at how long it takes to load a chart. You think that good earnings have to be like this big beat on expectations and have to be big profits. That's BS. There's a reason why CNBC's ratings are at multi-decade lows and my student base keeps growing and growing because my patterns actually work. Do not give a damn about what the actual numbers are. Give a damn about what the reaction to earnings are. And you can see here, it had a nice spike on earnings, a nice multi-month breakout, and it just keeps going. This is a short squeeze. I know a lot of big short sellers who are feeling a lot of hurt right now. I'm sorry, guys. I never like seeing anybody lose, but at the same time, you got to respect earnings winners. No different than my play on ISNS a few days ago where I was buying it after hours on this spike. Let me just show you. It's actually bouncing a little bit. I have a small long-term position. Those of you who are in my long-term newsletter know. When I was buying it on this spike here in the fours, earnings winners can keep going. This one kind of blew its wad too early. It was too much, too soon, and that happens sometimes too. But a play like REN can just keep going. Oh my God, load. There we go. And it just keeps going. So respect it. I just don't even short earnings winners. It's not a hard rule. You can short. Ay, ay, ay. My software is getting undone. This is how bad my internet is. I don't even know if this video is going to make it. Ay, ay, ay. Come on. Anyways, Ren just keeps going. Also, a new earnings winner on my watch list last night, COSI. I said COSI has a terrible long-term chart but did spike on earnings. Out of this bunch, it's my top potential buy, but I'm in no rush to buy any of these since they just don't move fast enough for me. The only reason I bought COSI was on this dip here, okay? And now you see it spiking nicely as I was sleeping. So some people say, oh, Tim, you're the one spiking this. I did not spike this. This thing went all on its own. The beautiful part of this is I am sleeping. I can trade this from anywhere in the world. The key is dip buying, okay? Do not chase this. I don't know how far COSI goes, you know, but I'm dip buying it in here in the 25s because it has tons of support at 24 cents. So my risk is roughly a penny and a half, 2 cents a share if I'm wrong. And now so far after hours, I'm up, you know, nearly 10 cents, roughly 10 cents a share on my position. So 10 to 1 risk reward, and this can keep going. So it's pretty sweet that, you know, if you manage your positions and you learn how to, oh my God, this chart is so bad. The long-term chart is so bad, but if you manage your positions and you recognize where to buy, you can really have some nice profits. So COSI, congrats to all longs. ISNS, congrats to longs and shorts. I mean, this one spiked so quickly. It was a short because, you know, 2 to the 6s is too much, but now it's actually first green day bouncing. So this is a potential dip buy. REN, I just don't know. I mean, obviously it's going to be a good short eventually, but I don't know how far it's going to go in the meantime. I really would prefer you guys just not shorting earnings winners because too many of you just get squeezed and you don't realize. Some of my other plays I totally underestimated. OCUL, I was buying it. Where was I buying it here? Somewhere in the under the 6 range. I think it was like right here. In the 5s, and I totally underestimated it. Now in the 8s. So this is a nice breakout. You know, this has a nasty long-term chart too, but it has solid breaking out. You know, this is a cup and handle here. And even once it broke this level, you know, 621, it went to the 7s and it retreated down, back down to 6, and then it was a second cup and handle. So look for these multi-week, multi-month breakouts. COSI has one right now. You know, the multi-month or the multi-week breakout here over 28 cents. I don't know how far it can go. I mean, there's a lot of resistance in the low 40s. But if OCUL can do it, you know, so too can COSI, maybe. I don't know. I wouldn't be chasing COSI. As I said in the watch list ahead of time, it's only a potential buy, you know, very carefully. And I bought into a pure morning panic here in the 25, so that lessened my risk. I didn't even want to chase it at 28, 29, 30, which was roughly the highs on Friday and near the market open today. So nice dip and a huge, huge boost at the end of the day, huge volume. I love it. You know, I took a small position. I'm trading from Asia. I'm going to sleep on these positions. You have to really be careful with these stocks. Also, another play that I underestimated, I want to go over real quick. EBIO, you know, I was buying this multi-week breakout here on earnings in the 450s, and, you know, it didn't do anything for like an hour. And again, because I'm in Asia, I'm trading specifically for morning spikes. You know, if a play works, that's cool. If it doesn't, I'll just cut losses. And on this one, I had to lose like 9 cents a share, but now it's spiked $1 a share. So even though I lost out, the risk reward was solid as it played out. And I'm glad a lot of you guys held. You know, I'm not going to be perfect, especially with my travel schedule right now, but I do believe that I've been on the right path. I mean, with OCUL, EBIO, COSI, and warning against shorting Ren, even with these crazy hours and my lack of sleep, you know, I think I'm commenting and calling these stocks pretty well, even if I'm not trading them perfectly. I'm glad that I still have COSI. You know, it worked out, so I sold some just to lock in some gains at around 30 cents a share because that was my initial target, and then I've held, and, you know, this is a very nice extension And it just shows how earnings winners can keep going. You know, they're just fundamentally sound. And I'll link a blog post that I wrote, I think like 6 years ago now, explaining earnings winners and this exact pattern. It hasn't changed. It's not perfect. It's not going to work every single time, but it works more times than not. And that's the key to success. So I got to go eat breakfast, but I wanted to review some of these hot plays because I'm getting too many questions. Thank you.